Hey guys, Mark Dailey with today's devotional. It came to my attention here a few minutes ago that I got the last several devotionals mixed up a little bit as far as um, uh, because I do several at one time, and it appears that they went in an order that wasn't exactly according to the verses. So sorry about that. I do want to pick up at James 16 because I have been reading that and I have some thoughts I want to share. James 1:16 says, "Do not be deceived, my beloved brethren." Well, when you hear that, do not be deceived. You know what that tells me? That tells me you could be deceived. So don't be deceived, my dear brethren, because it is possible. Every good and perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning. So the gifts that you have, whether they're personal talents or inclinations, the very best things about you have come down from heaven. They are a gift of the Father, which means we can't take credit. We can't exalt ourselves because of these gifts, because they are just that, they're gifts. But those gifts are given not so that we could hoard them or use them for our own personal gain, but to be a blessing to the world around us. And remember, every gift that you have been given, whether it's a talent to sing, play a musical instrument, create beautiful artwork, or build a business, they're all gifts given by God for you to use for His glory and to expand His kingdom. How cool is that? So we must be humble with our gifts when we finally recognize them. And we need to know that they're to be used for the express image of glorifying God. And we have to be careful not to take any of that glory for ourselves, because every good and perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights. Wow, what does that mean? We've read before that God is light. And it says in him there is no variation or shadow of turning. His purposes are steadfast. God is not changing continually. His purposes are fixed. You don't have to worry about him being wishy-washy. Some of you may have had parents when you came home, you weren't sure who you were going to be, who you were going to see. If your folks were drinkers, you don't know if they had been on a binge. If your folks were abusive or drug addicts, you don't know what kind of parent you were coming home to. Were they the kind, loving parent, or were they violent and mean? So God is steadfast, and God is light, and God is love. Of his own will, he brought us forth by the word of truth. So he brought us forth by his holy word. You are where you are today because of his word spoken over you that you received by faith. Why? That we might be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. You know, fruit is something you get from a plant, which is its productivity. So you could think about first fruits. We are his first fruits. We are to glorify him, and we are to be productive in his behalf. It's so easy, and it's something that we have to fight continually, to be selfish. But we are to be the first fruits, so we are to continually glorify our God and our King. So do not be deceived, my beloved brethren. Every good and perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning. Of his own will, he brought us forth by the word of truth, that we might be a kind of first fruit of his creatures. And if there's a first fruit, again, there's a second and a third and a fourth fruit. So how glorious is that? God is so very good. Love you guys. Meditate his word and be fruitful for the kingdom.